Okay, so we've got a question from one of our Facebook followers, John Vaughan. He would like to know, how do you stop yourself from getting frustrated when missing easy balls?
Again, I think this is a really good subject to talk about, and I think that it goes quite deep, certainly at the professional level, but I think it's really important at any level, amateur or professional level, that when you miss a ball, that you have to completely forget about it instantly, because once you've missed, you can't take it back, you can't change it, so it's pointless letting that mistake affect the rest of the frame, and after that the rest of the match. So I think, to go a little bit deeper into it, when some players make mistakes, I think at the professional level you can sort of feed off their mannerisms and the way that they might slouch in the chair, and I think all of these things that you tend to pick up on, as opposed to playing against somebody that's quite sort of stone-faced and has got a really good sort of poker face, if you like, and when they make a mistake, that they just sort of get on with it, and it has to be erased from the memory at any point, whatever mistake you make, because it can just affect the rest of the frame in the match.
Do any of the top snooker players use sports psychologists at all that you know?
Yeah, they do, and I think it's a huge part of it, just the same as in golf, all the golfers have a sports psychologist, and a lot of the snooker players do speak to sports psychologists, because there's some long matches and you are going to make a lot of mistakes, especially at a cue sport like this in snooker, because it's not easy to play, and you have to understand that you're going to make mistakes, and you make mistakes at crucial points, and it's all about who recovers the best. And I think a sports psychologist can not only help you recover from making mistakes, but can help you get into the right frame of mind, how to approach matches, and how to deal with certain pressure situations, which I think is important as recovering from making a mistake, as your mindset going into matches, and believing that you're good enough and believing that you can win is the main thing, I think, which the top players discuss with sports psychologists.
So say you've had a couple of visits to the table in a frame, it's not gone your way, a couple of silly misses, and you sit down, what thought process do you go through? Do you think to yourself, I must do this or I must do that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're going to be angry, and different players deal with things in different ways. You see some players that will punch the table or kick the chair, and then you see other players like Hendry sort of in his day, where you wouldn't know if he was 8-0 up or 8-0 down, or if he just missed the ball or just made a 1-4-7. Everything was just always the same, stone-faced. But I think after speaking to sports psychologists, and after being in situations and understanding through experience, I think that you just have to sit in your chair, forget what's just happened. I know it's easier said than done, and I think that's the art of getting over mistakes, but I think that you just have to sit in your chair, forget about everything that's just happened, whether you've just played the best shot of your life or the worst shot of your life, it's gone, and you just have to basically say, the next time I come to the table, it's a fresh start.
I guess at the other end of the scale, if it's going really well from you, you can get overexcited, and you think, "God, this is going well.
Yeah.
I'm about to win."
Yeah.
Does that give you the same?
It does, and I think, again, that's a really good question, because what happens is you hear them talk about a lot on the commentary at any sport about players playing within themselves, and you can be playing great, you can be 8-1, 8, however far ahead that you like, but what you find is if players are not used to playing that well, then they get, like you say, overexcited, and it's like, I'm about to beat whoever it is they're playing. If they're playing against someone that would be better, or someone that's ranked higher than them, they get excited and sort of almost can't believe how well they're playing in themselves. So I think playing within yourself and just taking one shot at a time, one frame at a time, and certainly to win tournaments one match at a time.
Brilliant. Good question from John. Thank you for that.
Okay.
For more pool coaching from Gareth Potts, pleise visit homeLeisureDirect.com/TV.